It is my honor to declare this convocation officially convened. Please take your seats and rest comfortably in those new bleacher seats in the renovated Jack Simpson Gym. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name is Deborah Yedlin, and I am the Chancellor of the University of Calgary. We're going to start with a quick safety briefing, just like every airline flight. In the event of a fire alarm, please remain seated while we investigate. If an evacuation is required, we ask that you follow the instructions of the ushers and the marshals to the nearest stairwell and exit the building. Emergency exits are located on the upper track level behind me on the north wall and also at the court level. Life vests are under your seats. You can also exit the gymnasium on the upper level at the southwest corner, and if family and friends get a little too excited with the ceremonies this morning, oxygen masks will drop from the ceiling. Acknowledging our history and traditional lands is an important step towards reconciliation with Indigenous peoples. Today, we are gathered together on the traditional territories of the people of the Treaty 7 region in southern Alberta, which includes the Blackfoot Confederacy, comprising the Siksika, Piikani, and Kainai First Nations, as well as the Tsuut'ina First Nation and the Stoney Nakoda, including the Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Wesley First Nations. The City of Calgary is also home to Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3. I would also like to note that the University of Calgary is situated on land adjacent to where the Bow River meets the Elbow River, and that the traditional Blackfoot name of this place is Mohkinstsis, which we now call the City of Calgary. It's a pleasure to welcome today's graduates who sit before me, along with your family and friends, to this morning's convocation ceremony. University President and Vice Chancellor Dr. Ed McCauley and I are pleased to welcome honorary degree recipient Dr. Katherine Whiteside. And I'm also pleased to welcome Jill Wyatt, Chair of the University of Calgary Board of Governors, members of our Board of Governors, University Senators, Dr. Drew Marshall, University of Calgary Provost and Vice President Academic, members of our senior leadership team, Jessica Revington, Students' Union President, Mohammed Mansouri, Graduate Students Association President, and other executive members of our Students' Union and Graduate Students Association. Welcome also to our distinguished graduate, Nancy Markley. I also want to acknowledge today that this is the 75th anniversary of D-Day, and we remember those who fought for our rights and freedoms that we enjoy today. A special welcome to professors and staff from the Faculty of Science and Graduate Studies. It's incredible to be here with all of you today for this important milestone. Now, I know some of you here today are under duress. Your parents probably made you come to your own convocation. Imagine. But it is incredibly important for you to be here, to mark this pivotal milestone which represents your individual journeys. And being here with your family also acknowledges that they were part of your journey. Take a moment and wave to your friends and family in the bleachers who are here today and who helped you along the way. Your degrees represent the culmination of years of hard work. For some, in the words of Winston Churchill might come to mind, blood, toil, tears, and sweat. So therefore, it is a time to celebrate and acknowledge your achievements. Today, it is all about you. It is also a time to remember and acknowledge those students in neuroscience today who are wearing a pink pin in honor and memory of one of their classmates, Jessica Izquierdo. Jessica took her life last September, and by wearing these pins on their day of celebration, these students are selflessly bringing mental health out of the corners of society and reducing stigma, which is in line with the campus mental health strategy here at the University of Calgary. It takes a lot of courage. Graduates, you are equipped with an education that will hold its own wherever you find yourselves as you embark on your respective journeys. To our science graduates, scientific research and discovery and application have been and will continue to be critical to the advancement of society. We live in a province whose economy is driven by the development of its oil and natural gas resources. Were it not for scientific research, both basic and applied, it could be argued that we would not be part of the global energy matrix. Thanks to applied research, the oil sands went from being an uneconomic resource trapped in the ground that was both difficult to produce and use to one that is not only economic but is part of the global supply matrix. The advancements have come from the interest in finding the answer to one basic question: how to make that oil sands barrel more competitive from both the economic and environmental perspectives. And today, the emissions associated with the production of an oil sands barrel are the same as the average barrel produced in the United States. The advancements in science, the improvements in the human condition are underpinned by basic research and applied research. You enter a world where the focus is on applied research, the "what have you done for me lately" variety. Applied research is very important, but it has to be done in combination with the basic research, which lays the groundwork for future discoveries. Think of scientists from Galileo to Donna Strickland, and success has come from using the discoveries of the past to inform the aha moments of the future, and that will never change. There's always a constant tension between both sides, and the Swiss physicist Heinrich Rohrer characterized it like this: science means constantly walking a tightrope between blind faith and curiosity, between expertise and creativity, between bias and openness, between experience and epiphany, between ambition and passion, and between arrogance and conviction. In short, between an old today and a new tomorrow. Graduates, you will learn to walk that tightrope. You must, for the benefit of today's world and the world of tomorrow. And to our graduate students, I know how hard you've worked and the time and effort that is needed to pursue your graduate work and take your education to a higher level. Graduate work requires passion, curiosity, and tenacity. My mother was a professor at the University of Alberta, and I've been recently going through all her papers. I found many relating to her academic journey, to getting her PhD in 1968 when she was 47 years old. Drafts of her thesis, letters from professors in support of her studies, her notes, invariably written on 8.5 by 11 sheets of yellow paper, and bibliography, scads of index cards. There is no hiding this was a consuming time, but she was passionate about her subject matter. She was curious and she was tenacious, and she retired as Professor Emerita in 1996. So be proud of what you've accomplished and the possibilities that lie ahead as you use your studies to go forward. Part of getting an education is about asking questions and seeking answers and learning through that process. The whys in the hows have no limits. To each of you graduating today, regardless of your field of study, those two simple words carry with them the tremendous potential of setting you on a path to better understand an issue or problem and where the solutions might lie. Your education is your ticket to an exciting future. How you use it is what matters. Don't feel constrained by the letters in your degree. And despite what you feel right now, there is no rush. Sometimes finding the sweet spot of where you really want to be takes time. When I was younger and more impatient than I am today, my dad would tell me a story about a man walking to Jerusalem and reaching a fork in the road. And he asks a man standing at that fork, "Which way should I go?" And the man says, "If you take the road on the left, it is the short road that is long. But if you take the road on the right, it is the long road that is short." To the graduates of the University of Calgary's class of 2019, enjoy the journey. Don't be afraid to take the long road, and congratulations. I now invite President and Vice Chancellor Ed McCauley to come forward and address Convocation.
Thank you, Chancellor Yedlin. Hello, everyone. I'm absolutely delighted to welcome all of you to Convocation 2019. This is the exclamation point at the end of an exciting academic year. It's a celebration of all the hard work and dedication shown by our students through their learning experience. More importantly, it's a chance to look forward into the future. The graduates who walk across this stage are extraordinary. They are the leaders and innovators that our world needs most right now. And they're the reason for everything we do at the University of Calgary. Graduates, we are so proud of you. Congratulations to the class of 2019. I also want to join Chancellor Yedlin in welcoming the people who have made this convocation that much more special. Honorary degree recipient, Katherine Whiteside, distinguished graduate, Dr. Nancy Markle, and, of course, all of the family and friends who have supported our students throughout their academic journey. In fact, it's thanks to this great community that the University of Calgary is achieving its status as a great university. Great universities transform lives for the better. We exist to create a positive impact in society. The knowledge we create and the solutions we offer all tie back to this commitment. And our impact starts right here on our campuses and in the experiences that we provide our students. This includes the opportunities to learn from some of the best in the field, to conduct research, to explore new forms of creativity and bold innovations. This is also the opportunity to study abroad, to collaborate with peers, and to help people in need. The best university experience is one that empowers our students to grow in all areas of life. And this empowerment is our investment in their success, not only as learners, but also as good leaders and caring citizens. The University of Calgary is home to so many people who contribute to this type of student experience, and I'd like to take this moment to acknowledge them. Could I ask all faculty and staff, whether on the podium or in the audience, could you please stand so we can acknowledge your contributions? I would also like to ask members of our Board of Governors and Senate, Chancellors past and present, to also stand. Thank you very much. I mentioned that this graduating class represents the leaders who will change the world for the better. How do I know this? Because the incredibly talented students in this gymnasium have actually already done it. You're already leaders. You've stepped up to tough challenges, taken the initiative and made a difference in our community in so many ways. I'd like to share 2 examples with you. Blake Ledger is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science honors in physics. Blake, could you stand up or give a wave? During this program, Blake explored a wide range of innovative research at the Department of Physics and Astronomy. He studied techniques for modeling the brain, new technologies to create learning resources for students, and the chemistry of star formation regions in the Milky Way. Blake has pursued his passion for research as part of our program for Undergraduate Research Excellence, or PURE. And he has presented his work at events like the 4th Annual Physics and Astronomy Symposium at Calgary. And Blake is looking forward to starting his master's degree this fall with a focus on extragalactic star formation. Congratulations, Blake. Sydney Sparanese is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science first-class honors in cellular, molecular, and microbial biology. Sydney, could you stand and give us a wave? Hey, Sydney. Sydney is originally from Victoria, and she came to our university through the prestigious Chancellor's Scholarship Program. During her time on our campuses, Sydney has been an incredibly active volunteer and community builder. She served as a Faculty of Science Ambassador, a member of the Chancellor's Club, and a physics instructor to students in a peer-assisted learning program. Sydney also volunteered with the Hospital Elder Life Program at Foothills, the Campus Food Bank, and the Special Olympics. And she led key programs as president of the Residents Athletic Association and Women in Leadership Club. Her dedication also extends to her research. Sydney is an accomplished scholar in computer science, microbiology, and neuroscience. Next up for Sydney, she is returning home to BC to begin medical school at the University of British Columbia. Congratulations, Sydney. There are numerous stories, just like the one I told, of leadership from this graduating class. And I wish I had time here today to share all of them with you, because these stories demonstrate the extraordinary achievements of our students. You've shown that good leaders are defined by their actions, by their willingness to listen to others, to think critically, to show accountability, and apply their skills for the benefit of society. And it's through your continued leadership that the University of Calgary creates its ultimate impact. Graduates, you are the best ambassadors for our university, and your graduation is just the beginning. You have an amazing journey ahead of you. And at each step of the way, please remember that you are not alone. As Calgary alumni, you become part of a family of leaders who are over 180,000 strong. And these alumni, like you, care about impact. They care about finding solutions and improving lives here in our city, across our country, and around the world. So many of you have shown this commitment throughout your student experience. You are leading the way to a positive future. And wherever your path takes you, I know that you will go far. Congratulations to the class of 2019. I would now like to introduce Murray McGilvery, our university orator, who will deliver the citation for our honorary degree recipient.
Katherine Whiteside, please stand. Eminent Chancellor, President Macaulay, members of the Senate and Board of Governors, graduating students, honored guests. I present to you Katherine I. Whiteside, eminent medical clinician scientist, and university leader, the first female dean of the University of Toronto Faculty of Medicine, for investment with the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws. Dr. Whiteside was a staff nephrologist at Toronto's University Health Network and a groundbreaking clinician scientist in the Toronto Faculty of Medicine, who early on established an independent research program investigating the cellular and molecular mechanisms of kidney disease, particularly glomerular disease. Her research career is remarkable for the quality and impact of her publications. She won the highest honor in the field in Canada when she was awarded the Medal for Research Excellence from the Kidney Foundation of Canada in 2007. Dr. Whiteside took her MD training at the University of Toronto, and after postgraduate subspecialization training and a PhD from that same institution, joined the university as a staff nephrologist and clinician scientist in 1985. Aside from its notable research excellence, her career was distinguished for the care she put into mentoring junior colleagues, an emphasis rewarded by the Canadian Medical Association May Cohen Award for Women Mentors in 2009, and the Ontario Medical Association Advocate for Students and Residents Award in 2016. Katherine Whiteside became Associate Dean of the Faculty of Medicine for Graduate and Interfaculty Affairs in 2000, and in 2006 became Toronto's Dean of the Faculty of Medicine and Vice Provost Relations with Healthcare Institutions, a leadership position she held for 8 years. She was awarded the WXN Top 100 Most Powerful Women Award in 2012, given an honorary fellowship in the College of Family Physicians of Canada in 2015, and in 2016, she was appointed a member of the Order of Canada. Katherine I. Whiteside is the Executive Director of Diabetes Action Canada, the strategic patient-oriented research network, SPORE network, in diabetes and related complications. She also serves on several working boards, including Baycrest Health and the Scarborough Hospital Foundation. She is a professor emerita of the University of Toronto. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate and the University, I call upon you to invest Katherine I. Whiteside with the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
I admit you, Katherine I. Whiteside, to the degree of laws, the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, and grant you all the rights and privileges, powers, and responsibilities pertaining to this degree. Congratulations.
Chancellor Yedlin, President Macaulay, Platform Party, graduates and guests. With sincere gratitude, I join all the graduates today in thanking the University of Calgary for bestowing our degrees from this esteemed institution. Thank you, Professor McGilvery, for your kind words, and Senator Secretti for your generous hospitality. I am truly humbled and privileged to be recognized by my Canadian peers with this honorary degree, and I'm equally honored with the opportunity to address the most important persons here today, the newly minted graduates about to embark on the next phase of your journeys. Those of us approaching the final years of our careers as scientists, academics, professionals, understand your excitement and trepidation about the future. You are entering a time of exploding information, immediate global communication, and networking among public and private sectors that is beginning to generate new knowledge and solutions for some of our most complex scientific and social challenges. What role will you, the graduates of the University of Calgary, play in this new era? Every one of you will help shape the future of Canadian society, and many will have global influence. But how will you know where your path lies and what directions to take? Is there a formula? Absolutely, and here it is. When you think a clear path is ahead, make sure you are following your heart, because your passion will guide your deepest commitments and fulfillment. If you don't see a clear path, continue on a route where you can learn new skills and gain expertise, and eventually you will better understand where your passion lies. Final part of the algorithm. If you're passionate about following a particular dream that becomes elusive, consider Plan B, an alternate route that may just turn out to be where you need to head. Here's a brief story about someone who could never stay on one path. There was once a teenager growing up in a small town in Canada, determined to become a medical doctor. Once at university, although receiving admission to medical school after 2 years, decided to complete a BSc degree because the courses were so interesting. In fact, once in medical school, memorizing facts seemed quite boring, until caring for patients. That was the real deal about practicing medicine. Then during postgraduate medical training, something happened. The whole health system just seemed fraught with unsolvable, complex problems. The era was the 1970s, the olden days, when young people with chronic disease like diabetes who developed kidney failure were doomed to a miserable life on dialysis or early death because they were considered too high risk for kidney transplantation. So this physician, who originally thought medical practice was the only career path, decided to return to science and complete a PhD to become a clinician scientist, trying to discover how a disease like diabetes causes kidney failure in the first place. Although family and friends thought this person was a perpetual student and would never have a real job, this was the right path. The challenges of balancing life as a researcher, practicing medicine, having a family, were indeed challenging. Then something else emerged quite unexpectedly, namely the experience of teaching and mentoring. At one point, this person was advised by the dean that too much engagement in teaching and oversight of graduate studies was the wrong career path. Ignoring this advice, she followed her heart, and in the end, was offered the position of dean of the same faculty of medicine. But most importantly, over those years, the advances in technology and drug discovery changed the lives of persons with kidney failure and other chronic diseases in amazing ways. So you likely guessed, this is my story. I could never seem to hold the same job for more than a few years, and have tried to be very careful about giving advice. But in every position, new learning and skills built the potential for the next position, which was always a mystery until the opportunity appeared. In fact, after retiring from the university, today I have the privilege of working with the most exciting and fulfilling job yet. I work with researchers from across Canada in many disciplines who share the same desire to improve the health of persons living with chronic disease, along with patient partners who co-design the research projects. The best part is that this national network engages in research focused on the prevention and treatment of diabetes complications that ranges from fundamental drug discovery to the application of machine learning and artificial intelligence to design solutions that improve health. I never would have imagined, even 4 years ago, that today I would be meeting with leaders in government, the private sector, and health systems to promote the collaboration necessary for enhancing scientific discovery and its pragmatic application. In fact, before this job, I really knew very little about translating knowledge into practice and health policy. Guess I'm still working on finding that stable career path. But one thing I've learned for sure, collaboration among different disciplines, with different people, different organizations, and even different countries is imperative to advance the knowledge and action necessary to address society's most urgent and most complex. So these challenges are yours now. Scientists generate new knowledge, but its successful application requires a huge cadre of individuals from every discipline, all represented today among you, the science graduates at the University of Calgary. Today, the collective impact of implementing the benefits of new knowledge can be achieved as long as teams of experts are willing to work together on common paths for the benefit of society. Among you today are the members of these future teams and the leaders who will facilitate and guide these collaborative efforts. Here's a final brief story about an unusual team of experts I work with, and I work with a university graduate, a patient partner in our research group, and a mother of a young teenage daughter. A few years ago, her daughter at the age of 8 suddenly developed type 1 diabetes, an incurable condition affecting 1 in 100 Canadians that requires 24/7 blood sugar monitoring and insulin treatment to sustain life. She and her family were devastated. No one was sleeping at night because of the constant fear of insulin-induced low blood sugars that can cause sudden death. The family was falling apart, and the medical advice was not to invest in an insulin pump with a continuous glucose monitoring system that was expensive and at the time not available in Canada. So the mother, who had some knowledge and training in computer science, went on the internet to find out information about insulin pumps and continuous glucose monitoring. She designed her own glucose monitoring system linked to a commercially available insulin pump with readouts on a smartwatch. This continuous insulin delivery system responds automatically to changes in blood sugars, keeping them in a safe range. No patent, no industry partner, open source software, this homemade, cheaper, better system is now used by 12,000 persons living with type 1 diabetes across the globe. Her family and many more sleep at night, and importantly, her daughter, who is now 14, is at low risk for diabetes complications. This was a truly impressive Plan B on the part of my colleague, and has created an international team of experiential knowledge generators. To conclude, please remember the gifts you have received as students at this great university. Knowledge, skills, and particularly the ability to acquire experiential knowledge that will serve you well on life's journey. Follow your passion, and you will always be on the right path. Thank you for this opportunity to share my thoughts with you today, and congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Whiteside, for your words and thoughtful advice and sharing your journey, reminding us of the dramatic changes technology has brought to patient care and that working to solve problems requires collaboration. But I also want to add a little coda to what you just talked about. Our neighbors have a son who was also diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when he was 14 months old, and they almost lost him. And the parents, being 2 engineers, were very disciplined in monitoring Peter's sugars. And he was the 8th kid in Calgary to get a glucose pump. He was 13 years old. And when he turned 13, his parents finally were able to sleep through the night. For 13 years, they would each get up once a night to test Peter's sugars, and now he's 28 and doing well. So what a difference that pump made. But as an English major, I also wanted to say one thing about your journey. Shakespeare tells us, above all to thine own self be true. And that's what we have to do as we continue on our journeys following graduation. So thank you very much for your words today.
Graduands, can you please stand? Eminent Chancellor and President, on behalf of the faculties of the university, I present these graduands and those named in the Convocation program who are not in attendance today at this ceremony. I ask that they be pledged and admitted to the University of Calgary degrees that they have earned.
As a graduate of this university, you join a worldwide kinship of educated persons who have earned opportunities and responsibilities of leadership and service in their chosen communities. To recognize this affinity, we invite each graduate to stand and join with the thousands who have gone before in making the University of Calgary's graduate pledge. The pledge is not an oath, but is a solemn expression of your intention to apply your learning and experience positively for the widest benefit. I invite all past graduates of the University of Calgary to support these newest University of Calgary alumni by also standing and affirming a graduate's obligation and ideals. For those former graduates, please stand. It is now my pleasure. It is now my pleasure to introduce our distinguished graduate, Dr. Nancy Markley, to lead the graduate pledge. Dr. Markley holds a BSc in Cellular, Molecular, and Microbiology and a PhD in Molecular Biology from the University of Calgary. Dr. Markley's career spans many years of healthcare leadership and innovation, including her impact as the founder of a medical device company called Empowerix, Health Products and Wellness, which serves over 85 countries around the world. Dr. Markley is also a certified management consultant through CMC Canada, and she's won multiple honors for her entrepreneurship, such as the 2016 Startup Canada Woman Entrepreneur Award for the Prairies region. In addition, Dr. Markley is an expert mentor and advisor in the innovation community at our university and beyond. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Nancy Markley.
Graduands, I will now lead you in the graduate pledge, which is on the backside, inside of this program. Please follow along with me, and most importantly, read aloud with me. When we finish, you will all say along with me, "This is my pledge." As a graduate of the University of Calgary, wherever my life may take me, I will use my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability for the well-being of my communities and for the advancement of learning and the public good. I will conduct myself with honesty and integrity, taking responsibility for my actions and respecting the rights, opinions, and dignity of all peoples. I will maintain my competency and keep abreast of developments in my chosen fields. I will strive to be better my communities through good citizenship and active participation. I will be a loyal ambassador for my university and will seek to promote its welfare and maintain its reputation. I will honor all who have shared their knowledge with me and will in turn share my knowledge and experience with those who enter my field or come under my direction. In all my dealings, I will endeavor to be known as a person of honor and repute, ever seeking to earn the peace of good conscience. This is my pledge.
By the authority of the statutes of Alberta and upon the recommendation of our faculties, I admit you to the University of Calgary degrees you have earned and grant you the rights and privileges, powers and responsibilities pertaining to those degrees. Congratulations, that's the formal part. The rest is a whole lot easier. All you've got to do is walk across the stage. So please have a seat and we'll get ready to present the degrees. And parents and friends, you can cheer your graduates, you can embarrass them, you can do both as they cross the stage.
Good morning. My name is Robin Yates. I'm the Interim Dean and Vice Provost of Graduate Studies. During their time at the University of Calgary, graduate students not only acquire knowledge through their own learning, they also distribute knowledge through teaching activities. They mobilize and translate knowledge through interactions with the community and with industry. But most notably, many of them create new knowledge through their original research. Whilst all graduate students are registered at the Faculty of Graduate Studies, their academic homes are in the Faculty of Study. As such, I'd like to join my colleagues from the Faculty of Science to honour the recipients of graduate degrees here today. Eminent Chancellor, by the authority of the Council of Graduate Studies, we have the honour to present the following graduates.
For the degree Doctor of Philosophy, Neda Amiri. Ernest Darko. Alejandra Enriquez Garcia. Nick Jordan. Robert Matthew Mail. Shomo Shamonto. Mernoush Tahani. Kianush Tahani. Travis Wade Tokarek. Nandun Dulmini Watugala. Kyle George Winnick. Banafshi Mehrazma. For the degree Master of Science, combined program, Bachelor of Science in Biological Science and Bachelor of Arts in Sociology, Diriti Chakravarti. Danielle Anastasia Chang. Michael Yu-Ming Cheng. Christy Chien Chong. Diana Carolina Kobos. Jake Thomas Crocker. Dorsa Darvishi. Vladislav Dektiarev. Diana Mary Doklala. Aisha Jashku Kanova. Maya Drakovic. Jessica Duong. Iris Philin Dyson Espino. Jordan Kathleen Fernandez. Tabitha Ann Festa. Tuman Fu. Arjun Gozal. Hafsa Gul. Kaylee Louise Hambrook, Sean Ali Hassan, Krishni Hetiarachi, Mackenzie Ann Yans, Meet Vinas Joshi, Peter Kang, Meena Kantima Tinatan, Brandon Edward Karba, Muhammad Karbani, Amanda Rachel Kist, Manjoot Singh Kangora, Florian Anton Max Goslik, Erin Ashley Kreitz, Hasmeed Kaur Lakan, Andrew Lim with distinction, Patricia Lim with distinction, Aline Cris Banzgales Ribano, first class, Michael James Rowley, first class, Tanil Chandru, Elizabeth Tamas, Lucas Ejero Campo, Oleg Hassan, Kevin Dang with distinction, Omer Mansour with distinction, Jean Lomibao with distinction, Vuk Alexander Makimovich, Stor Stephen Matthews, Andriy Pavlovich Flatonik, Iwa Abraham, Ryan Michael Bianchini, first class, Sophia Sanober Shah, first class, Romina Sudavari, first class, Mustafa Abed, Sami A. Adab, Omar Amir, Sean Arora, Demola David Asibiodi, Netanya Asna Ashari with distinction, Ashley Danielle Barclay, Aiden Belaine, Kiwana Nicole Bonaparte with distinction, Jessica Caitlin Border, Ivneet Kaur Brar. For the degree Master of Science, Susan Mary Anderson, Kan Chow, Tracy Lynn Hammer, Kyle Jacob Robert Hofstetter, David Thomas Hogan, Gurpreet Singh Carey, Cassiano Cao Porto, Anthony Prasad, Sahar Shahidi, Jin Wen. For the degree Bachelor of Science, Robertson William King Marr. Okay. Eminent Chancellor, that is the graduated class of 2019 from the Faculty of Graduate Studies. Thank you.
Thank you, President, Provost, Chancellor, parents, students, guests, faculty, everyone who's here to celebrate. My name is Leslie Rigg, and I'm the Dean of the Faculty of Science. And I would like to congratulate all of our Faculty of Science graduates today. I hope you're as excited as we are to be watching you come across the stage. It's certainly a day to celebrate. Celebrate your achievements, your accomplishments, those things that you're proud of and those things that you still have to do. because it is a day of new beginnings. Because today you transition from being one of our valued students to becoming one of our valued alumni. And I really, truly wish you all the best, and I hope that we see every single one of you at an alumni event or at one of the events in the Faculty of Science. Your experiences moving forward pave the way for the students that come after you. We warmly welcome you into our diverse Faculty of Science alumni family. It's a community of over 25,000 people located in every corner of this world. And it's bursting with potential, with creativity, and with innovation, as you heard today in our honored graduate on stage. So now it's your job to go forward to create curiosity, to spark discovery, and to ignite everything that is magical about what you're taking away from here today. So, Eminent Chancellor, by the authority of the Council of the Faculty of Science, and I'm joined on stage today by Dr. Steve Mosi, we have the honor to present the following graduates.
For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences with distinction, Sarah Lynn McBain. Fatima Moyad. Herman Mohar. Sarah Elizabeth Ann Moore, with distinction and also for the degree of Anthropology. Ria Marita. Janice Ng, with distinction. Amanda Hong Phuong Nguyen, with distinction. Benedict Nutamba. Kaylin Orit. Jenny Jessie Orston. Ryan Michael Panel, with distinction. Matthew Allen Patyandi, with distinction. Arashi Pur Ahmadi, with distinction. Saba Riaz, with distinction. Sam Safe. Yasaman Samanian, with distinction. Gagandeep Kaur Sandhu. Jaskaran Singh Sarin, with distinction. Emily Catherine Schultz. Swarnima Shrivastava. Madeline Spronkin. Elaine Sophia Tan. Alexander Ian Vladimir Taphorn. Taranveer Singh Tour, with distinction. Julie Trong. Michael Riley Titula. Fabian Leonidas Valdebenito Arias. Delphi Wheatley. Carly Jane Wilson, with distinction. Jason Wong. David Yang, with distinction, honors. Janaya Zadril. Carly Chuk Ying Chan, for the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors in Cellular, Molecular, and Microbial Biology, first class. Brent Matthew Naidu, first class. Nishi Harish Kumar Patel, first class. Afin Siddiq, first class. Sydney Leah Sparanese, first class. Spencer Dylan Wildman, first class. Dan Jia Ran Zhang, first class. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Cellular, Molecular, and Microbial Biology, Shiva Abul Hosseini. Megan Therese Anjuli, with distinction. Connor Reed Bergonia. Lauren Ashley Bowrin. Niharika Dahata. Emily Jane Doucette. Gloria Chinonso Elakwa. Andy Lynn Gingrich. Caitlin Louise Maxine Gould, with distinction. Oliver Horansky. Nicole Hua. Cynthia Kwan. Brittany Rose Jing Man Kwok, with distinction. Brian Tony Liu, with distinction. Kevin Yan Zhaojin, with distinction. Brittany Marissa Ma, with distinction. Kirsty McLeod. Usama Nazir. For the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors in Astrophysics, Stephen Joseph Lemmer, first class. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Astrophysics, Salahaldin Al-Subani Hussein. Dustin Alexander Klatt, with distinction. Okay. For the combined program, Bachelor of Science Honors in Biochemistry, first class, and Bachelor of Science in Psychology, with distinction, Afrida Ahmed. Tristan Glenn Bridle. Degree of Bachelor of Science Honors in Biochemistry, Caitlin D. Chan, first class. Michaela Dawn Gray, first class. Catherine Yok Huynh, first class. Garrett John Kawa. Justin Law, first class. Parker Lanhu Law, first class. Ivy Liu, first class. Marcus Eric Nielsen, first class. Samruddhi Naresh Pasalkar, first class. John Tamayo Pasqua. Reina Bipin Patel, for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Cellular Molecular Microbial Biology. Nikhil Pradhan. Alexandra Presbytero. Colton Max Scott. Rahima Shakoya, with distinction. Caroline Alexandra Soares. Bryn Stagg, with distinction. Michael David Stone. Fritzen Ann Vandermeulen. Brandon Freeman Yu. Degree of Bachelor of Science Honors in Chemistry, Valerie Jane Brunskill. Adrian Isaac Doig, first class. Alexander Victor Gerasim, first class. Jacob Daniel Roy McMillan, first class. Degree of Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Kaylee Rebecca Harding. Taylor Cheyenne Thomas. Shauna Lynn Schechtel, first class, Bachelor of Science Honors. Mark Louis Tenorio Badillo. Greg Bannard. Bianca Laura Brayich. Austin Carr Wei Chi. Katarina Kondrick. Okay. Combined degree of Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Stephanie Christine Ducky. Connor Bradley Fogel. Jacqueline Imelda Gallagher. Ariane Gazel-Bachan. Patricia Ariel Giron. Alexander Harrison. Santiago Jimenez Villegas. Kiranjit Kaur. Joseph Koh. Olga Kravchenko. Mian Kwan. Devin Stephen Lowe. Bachelor of Science Honors in Environmental Science, Emily Jean Harrison. Alexis Rose Hassel. Bryn Maria McKim Taranowski, first class. Hannah Tai, first class. Cole Maurice Bazinet, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science and Geology. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science, Carly Rochelle Butterfield. Ian Kelly Cameron. Tanika Yingting Chan. Andres Clavier. Hannah Dennis. Harmanpreet Kaur Dillon. Yusra El Nagar. David Robert Evans. Chelsea Kimura Fitzpatrick. Julie Christiane Helland, with distinction. Maria Ivanova. Christopher Jordan Jang. Madison Page Jarvis. Kevin James Kerr. Maham Khalid. Tyler Lilico. Brennan Rory McDonald. Patrick McCrohan. Courtney Patricia McLeod. Camilla Moreno. Manroop Kaur Nahal. Caitlin Nugent. Stephanie Armstrong Schmidt. Travis Keith Sander. John Joseph Alho for the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors and Natural Sciences, first class. Sabrina Celine Scott, first class. Ashley Elizabeth Wellishuk, first class. Emily Marie Crowder, first class. For the Bachelor of Science Honors in Neuroscience, Marisa Darbishi. Yaruna Enkbold, first class. Kelsey Alexandra Gorzo, first class. Kiana Mackenzie Hampton, first class. Alexandra Molly Holmes, first class. Jeffrey William Cates, first class. Christy Robin Lim. Michaela Jane Mothner, first class. Kyle Daniel Neufeld. Joseph Gerald Paul, first class. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Physics, Jude Daniel Ali, with distinction. Kyle Dino Ivan Ruzik. Alan Than Lu No. Ronald Tran. Bachelor of Science Honors in Plant Biology, Hasnain Ahmad, first class. Degree of Bachelor of Science in Plant Biology, Rachel Aaron Brotherston, with distinction. Bachelor of Science in Plant Biology and Ecology, Taylor Ronald Butt, with distinction. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Daniela Maria Mercado Torres. Shihab Majid. Alexander Henry Martin. Antoine Matushin. Courtney Marie Olson. Sydney Hope Pareka. Courtney Grady Roberts. Hadia Salim. Austin Joseph Schmidt. Kyle Tangay. Fatima Sabina Thaha. Olga Titica. Evan Lyle Truber. Bogdan Alexandru Vasiliu. Holly Ann Walls. Laura Elise Hiles, Bachelor of Science Honors in Ecology. For the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors in Ecology and Zoology, Dominique Macheri, first class. Degree of Bachelor of Science Honors in Ecology, Jacob Rovier, first class. Lucia Isabel Fossey, Bachelor of Science in Ecology. Alana Elise Grayson. Erin Marie Lawn, Bachelor of Science in Ecology and Anthropology. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Ecology and Zoology, Eamon Sean McFadden, with distinction. Taysa Claire Mackay. Caitlin Brianne Osterland. Brianna Christie Sales. Justin Charles Van de Wark. Shaylin Jordana Winches. John Carlton Ayer, Bachelor of Science Honors in Environmental Science. Tobin Marie Benedict. Diana Blagojevic. Bachelor of Science in Natural Sciences. Sheila Faith Cubid. Chad Benjamin Earhart. Rushanjit Kaur Gill. Maria Jose Gonzalez Blanco. Asil Hassan. Khalid Ahmed Jomha. Jacqueline Jane Julian. Marcia Kivit. Christina Alexandra Malbasa, also getting the degree of Bachelor of Education. Brendan Robert McGaw. Lauren Ashley Ing. Kasim Ayman Omar. Kier Oxnard, with distinction. Ume Raja. Francesca Lourdes Retuda. Harman Saroya. Hannah Kwar Sekon. Nicole Alexandra Slusar. Victoria Spence. Tyler James Swiston. Binwen Tang. Mitchell Noel Prostebi, Bachelor of Science Honors in Neuroscience, first class. Maya Northrop Son, first class. Tal Tan. Bachelor of Science Honors in Neuroscience, Alex Fong Vu, first class. Allison Mackenzie Wong, first class. Abir Fayyad Islam, Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience. Tiffany Yasara Pereira. Tiffany Dovidio Madrano, Bachelor of Science in Plant Biology. Gavin Michael Huff. Hasitha Jayathalaki, with distinction. Bachelor of Science in Plant Biology and Cellular, Molecular, and Microbial Biology, Janine Allison McCalder. Bachelor of Science, Honors in Zoology, Austin James Ashbaugh, first class. Natasha Rebecca Ann Morden, first class. For the degree of Bachelor of Science, Honors in Physics, Philip Andrew Chunkovich, first class. Michael James Grabowecki, first class. Mike. Connor James Henderson, first class. For the combined degree of Bachelor of Science Honors in Physics and Astrophysics, Blake Ledger, first class. Bachelor of Science Honors in Physics, Nolan James McMahon. The combined degree of Bachelor of Science Honors in Physics and Bachelor of Arts in Music, Austin Chan Bin Hung. Maria Monica Pettyjohn, Bachelor of Science Honors in Physics, first class. Braden William Henry Stefanuk, first class. Clarissa Ariane Delag Vigal, first class. New degree, oh sorry. Bachelor of Science Honors in Zoology and Ecology, Brittany Lindsteed, first class. Bachelor of Science in Zoology, Mallory Nicole Goodmanson, with distinction. Jacob Sebastian Larson, with distinction. Anton Madrelejos. Kendra Louise Pachalak. Amber Sheikh. Meredith Shuffler, with distinction. Kiva Wah. Jaspreet Kaur Binder, Bachelor of Science in Psychology, with distinction. And Mint Chancellor, that is the graduating class of 2019 from the Faculty of Science. Thank you.
Well, congratulations, graduands. We are now at the point in our ceremony where we honor graduates for special recognition, those who have excelled in their studies to the point where they are recognized as a medal winner. The details of the medals that we are awarding at this ceremony and the names of the medal winners appear on page 41 of your convocation program. President, Eminent Chancellor, it is my honor to present to you, the Platform Party, graduates, and everybody assembled here today, the following medal winners. The winner of the Lieutenant Governor's Gold Medal, the Faculty of Science Gold Medal, and the Faculty of Science Silver Medallion in Neuroscience is Jeff Cates. Jeff is a graduate of our neuroscience program and would like to thank his professors, mentors, and classmates for helping to make his experience incredible. He was an active researcher during the summer, having received several research grants, including NSERC and CIHR, the latter of which he was ranked #1 out of 123 students in Canada. He completed his honors thesis investigating the causes of chronic pain in the Trang Lab. He also served as the president of the Campus Mental Health Awareness Club. As we all know, mental health is a critical issue on all campuses in Canada right now, and ours is no exception. And we're so pleased that student leaders like Jeff take a leadership role to help raise awareness and to help decrease stigma. Jeff plans on spending the year after graduation traveling before continuing his studies. And oh, by the way, he graduates with a perfect 4.0 GPA. Congratulations, Jeff. Two other medallions for this ceremony today. The winner of the Department of Biological Sciences Silver Medallion is Brittany Ma. And the winner of Department Chemistry Silver Medallion is Alexander Grassam.
Thank you to all of you for attending this convocation ceremony and supporting our graduates. It's been a pleasure to see such accomplished people cross the stage. The world truly is in capable hands. Thank you to our esteemed faculties of science and graduate studies. Congratulations to our honorary degree recipient, Dr. Katherine Whiteside, who's not only an accomplished scientist and physician, but is also a leader in healthcare and whose innovative thinking is making a significant contribution to our society and the world. And her words of pursuing passion and looking for other doors that will open when other doors close is a message for all of us as we go forward today and into the future. Congratulations to our medal winners, Jeffrey, Brittany, and Alexander. Our convocation ceremony was accompanied by music thanks to some very talented individuals. Thank you to Alf Miller, our piper, Elder Rod Hunter and his group who performed the honor song, Joel Welling for performing the national anthem, and the Sidewinders for providing their excellent music. A special thank you to all the staff, faculty, and volunteers who have worked so hard behind the scenes to make today's convocation ceremony unfold smoothly. To our graduates, throughout this ceremony, we have recognized your years of dedication and commitment to your studies and extracurricular activities. You've worked hard, and we are so proud of all that you've accomplished. Today is your day of celebration. Don't forget to take photos to mark this occasion with family and friends and cherish the memories you've made along the way. So you've done it. You're now officially University of Calgary graduates. It's a distinction you will carry with you for the rest of your life. And perhaps we'll see you back, as some of you may continue to pursue your studies and continue in lifelong learning. One housekeeping note before we depart: I would like to ask the graduates to please exit from the floor, up the bleacher stairs to the track level after the academic and platform parties make their way to the back of the gym. All audience guests, please remain in your seats until the procession is over, and you may join your graduates upstairs afterwards. I declare this convocation closed. Please stand for the departure of our processions.